Craig Miller never thought he'd face the challenges he's met with today.
Lots of days you had to make a determination if I was going to eat that day or go pay a creditor.
Legally blind and unemployed, Craig found his debt increasing.
Just being unemployed and not getting a job quick enough just escalated the debt to where he just couldn't keep up anymore, you know.
With nowhere to turn, Craig says he continues to endure the dozens of harassing phone calls from debt collectors day in and day out.
You have no self-worth anymore, and it's just really disheartening to deal with that on a 7-day basis, because they do it even Saturdays and Sundays too.
Unfortunately, Craig's reality is the same for many Americans. With unemployment still high and mounting debt growing, many believe there is no way to avoid the debt collectors harassing phone calls. But in the state of Texas, there is.
They can't harass you, they can't abuse you, they can't use foul language, and if they do, you can file a complaint against them with the Federal Trade Commission.
Marla Lutz with Greenpath Debt Solutions says the reason debt collectors harass people like Craig is because they don't know their rights.
There's a law, Federal Law 95-109, that states that if you write them a letter and you ask them to stop calling you, they have to stop calling you.
Here are some simple do's and don'ts when dealing with debt collectors. Lutz says the most important thing is to find out what your rights are, and if you're getting those harassing phone calls, simply write a cease and desist letter to the creditor telling them to stop. Whatever agreement you work out with your creditor, it must be done in writing, and you can always seek counseling to find out what your options are. She says you should never ignore the creditor. Give your bank account number or give them a post-dated check, and if your debt is more than 4 years old in the state of Texas,
they can no longer collect on the debt. You can always just write them a letter stating that.
Lutz adds, while they can no longer collect on the debt, it does stay on your credit report for 7 years. In McAllen, Katie Lopez, Action 4 News.